there is peril, and even where there is challenge, we will stay focused on being able to deliver, because we have come to Parliament to stop poor people from being poor. And poverty is not only about economic poverty, it is also as a result of the social things, the abuse, the physical challenges. All of those things help to constitute poverty. And yes, member for St. Michael South Central, through you, Mr. Speaker, intergenerational poverty, dealing with it and getting rid of it is the mission of this government. And that is why the Barbados Republic Child Wealth Fund will be for me the proudest moment as Prime Minister of this country, because we are not only securing today for the people of today as we must, but we have found enough elbow room in there to carry along the people who are not yet capable of taking care of themselves. And when they become capable of taking care of themselves, we have given them a little berry that can give them the first step in life as an adult.
So let me ask you something, people. Why is that whenever there's a major international meeting about climate change, debt, or the future of small nations, one Caribbean voice seems to stand above the rest? A woman from a tiny island with fewer than 300,000 people. Not America, not Britain, not Canada, not even Jamaica, but Barbados. And that woman is Mia Mottley. Now, before anyone jumps in the comments saying nobody is perfect, I agree. No politician is perfect. But sometimes leadership is not about perfection. It's about presence. It's about vision. And it's about making people listen. So for decades, many Caribbean leaders have acted like managers. Mia Mottley acts like a leader. And there's a difference. Managers administers. Leaders inspires. Managers react. Leaders prepare. Managers talk to their country. Leaders talk to the world. And that is exactly what Mia Mottley has done. Remember, during the COVID pandemic, many Caribbean countries were struggling to secure vaccines. Larger countries were buying up supplies, while small nations were left waiting. Mottley spoke openly and challenged global inequality. She wasn't speaking only for Barbados. She was speaking for the entire Caribbean. Now imagine if more Caribbean leaders spoke with that same confidence. Imagine if leaders from Jamaica, Trinidad, Guyana, St. Lucia, and Antigua consistently stood together on major issues. The Caribbean has around 44 million people. That may not sound like much compared to larger countries, but together we're a powerful voice. Yet too often we act as separate islands instead of one region. And Mia Mottley understands something many politicians miss. Small countries only become powerful when they think big. Take climate change. When hurricanes destroy homes in Dominica, when flooding affect Jamaica, when rising sea levels threaten Barbados, who speaks the loudly on the world stage? Mia Mottley. She told world leaders something simple. You created much of this pollution. Why should small island pay the price? And that's not just politics. That's advocacy. That's leadership. Now let's talk communication. Whether you agree with her or not, the woman can speak. I just love her, man. Whenever I see an interview or anything on YouTube with her, I automatically click. I just love how she speaks, how she explains, how she's confident, how she doesn't bow to the world power and pretend and between and play both sides like most of our leaders. She explains complex issues in simple language. She speaks with passion. She speaks with confidence. Some politicians speak for 20 minutes and say absolutely nothing. You leave the speech wondering, wait, what exactly was the point? But Mia Mottley speaks and people listen. At least I do. And that's important because leadership is also communication. If your people cannot understand your vision, they cannot support it. But let's be fair. No leader escapes criticism. Barbadians themselves have concerns. Some talk about taxes. Others discuss the cost of living. Some disagree with government decisions. But that's democracy. And that's the world we're living in currently, the environment, the climate. And it's remind us that leadership isn't about becoming a celebrity. It's about being accountable, I should say. But here's the bigger question though. Why do we often celebrate strong leadership from outside the Caribbean, but hesitate to recognize it within our own region? When people mention great leaders, they talk about Singapore, they talk about New Zealand, they talk about the Scandinavian countries. Why can't we point to Barbados and say, there is something there we can learn from? The Caribbean need leaders who think globally, who communicate clearly, who plan long term, who stop treating elections like a popularity contest and start treating leadership like nation building. Because our challenges are serious. Crime, migration, debt, education, climate change, brain drain, young people leaving. We need vision. And whether you support her politics or not, Mia Mottley has shown that a Caribbean leader can command international respect. The lesson isn't that every leader should become Mia Mottley. The lesson is that every leader should lead with courage, because the Caribbean deserve more than politicians. It deserves statesmen. It deserves stateswomen. And it deserves leaders who make the world pay attention. I'm interested to hear your thoughts though. Is Mia Mottley the model for modern Caribbean leadership? Or are there other Caribbean leaders who deserve that title? Drop your thoughts below. And if you enjoy this discussion, like, subscribe, and join the conversation here on CBC, Caribbean Black Community. Because sometimes the smallest island teaches the biggest lessons. Bless up and one love.